Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am coming to do a review on Shahs of Sunset, Season 6, Episode 13. The thread that broke the Shah's back. Oh, and this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And for all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And to all of my faithful nieces and nephews, thank you so much for being here. We're going to go ahead on and get started on our assessment, if you will, of the Shahs of Sunset. Their season finale. Oh, God! All right. So anyway, we start off this episode with Gigi and Reza meeting at a party planner. He is one of those famous Beverly Hills she baby event coordinators or planners or whatever you want to call him, and they are planning a winter ball. Okay, another reason to have a party. Okay, welcome. And so they're looking at decorations and all that kind of stuff, and then Gigi goes into a dialogue talking about Mike and Jessica. As we all know from the previous episode, Mike really still has feelings for Jessica. I think that he's had a couple of rendezvous, or rendezvous Jessicas, if you will, with her. And, you know, he's really rethinking it. We saw him sign the divorce papers. And so, you know, for us, we feel like it's, you know, it was basically over. But surprise, 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 Mike realizes that, you know, his well is dry. You know, they always say you never miss your water till your well run dry. Well, Mike's got dry, and he missed the water. And so basically Gigi says that Jessica has sent a email to Mike's mom apologizing for everything that happened, and Mike's mom was like, no, boo, oh no, you ain't getting back with my son. No, I will jack you up and drag you before you get back with my son. Okay, mama. When Mama Bear talks, everybody listens. And so basically Jessica has dropped back. Reza, with his busybody ass, tells Gigi that it's her job to have a conversation with the mom. Gigi's like, no, I am not getting that. You're not going to get me. How am I? You know, who am I to talk to Mike's mom about anything? And Reza's like, you know, you can talk to her. You have the opportunity because you are a woman to have her ear, or whatever the case may be. I totally disagree with Reza, but Reza is a busybody, and this is the kind of stuff that he does anyway. He is known for this kind of stuff, and he lives for it every day of the week, okay? 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, even while he is sleeping. He is living for the next opportunity to start some drama. That's Reza for you. That is Reza. The next person we see is MJ and Tommy and Miss Vita. They in the car and they're on their way to spend the holidays with the dad. MJ and Tommy have on their little plaid Christmas pajamas, and Miss Vita's in the back of the car, you know, moaning and complaining like she usually does. And Gigi and her mom are fussing. Tommy's like, I don't want to hear it. As we saw in last week's episode, Gigi went to Queens, which is where Mike is from, and it tells a story. I mean, it tells a story about where Tommy is from. I'm hoping that's what I said. Sometimes I ought to be talking so fast, you don't know who name she called now, okay? All right, but we saw his family, his adopted family that took him in, and it's just all love. It's not a lot of drama like it is in their friendship, and it's just a wonderful thing to see. And so we really get to see why Tommy is such a ladies' man, why he's such a gentleman to her, because he believes in family. His mother died when he was young, and another family took him in, and it was absolutely wonderful to see that. But anyway, so he's in the car and she's going back and forth. She actually calls her mother a biatch, and I didn't like it. I was like, God, that's just so disrespectful. I can't imagine my daughter disrespecting me in such a way and calling me a biatch. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine it. I don't, imagine her even having one thread or one shred or one follicle of hair still left on her head after calling me that. And then you got me in the back seat too, and then you wondering why you got these rope burns around your throat because you call me a biatch. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're not going to do. But anyway, I digress. I'm sweet, sweet little auntie. Okay, so, basically they get to the hospital, and Gigi kind of tells us about, the mom and the dad's love story and how they fell deeply in love with one another after the mother married him. She didn't find him to be romantic, and instead of her staying in there and sticking in with him to see whether or not he would change his ways, she rolled out. And that the father has always had a fondness. We see the father stand up to attention basically in the bed, and and Gigi has all the dogs, and she put the dogs in the bed, and why am I saying Gigi? I mean MJ. Y'all, I'm talking about MJ. MJ dad in the hospital. Lord Jesus, I got Gigi on the brain. So anyway, basically, MJ, brings the dogs, and, her mom, and she's saying, Daddy, you lit up now that mommy is in the room and everything. And it's a nice little scene. They end up getting together. I think that Tommy is absolutely a wonderful guy for MJ, because he really is grounded, and he's grounded in family and grounded in family love. And that is why I'm so thankful that Bravo allowed us to see, him in his environment, because it gave us a better understanding of just the wonderful supportive guy that he is, and the blessing and the asset he is to MJ, because MJ needs that stability. She needs that family. She's been through a lot of turmoil with her mom and with her dad, and her mom doesn't really have a lot of good things to say about her, doesn't wish her well. And MJ was basically saying, because of what the mom has been through, she doesn't want her to go through it. While she respects that, her relationship with Tommy is not going to mirror her relationship with her mom's relationship with her dad. And let's just hope that that is the case. Like, I'm really hoping that that is the case. The next thing we see is Reza walking into like a storefront studio where he's going to be putting on a play. And this play is basically a Muslim and a Jewish mom having a conversation about their two sons, or their two gay sons getting married. And that's about all I'm going to say about that right now. I don't understand why Reza has to have a play, because Gigi was in one. But you know what, I digress, and I mind my business on that for right now. But y'all know Auntie will not mind her business on this for long. I will be coming back to this subject matter. Trust and believe me, I will. Then the next person we see is Adam and Reza. They're at home, and they showing all of their pets and all of that kind of stuff. And as you all know, I just lost my dog, but it was good to see them with their dogs and their cats and everything. One animal that I've never really liked are cats, and I know that people who are cat lovers really love their cats. And so I saw the little kitten, and the kitten was running around, and they're kind of going back and forth about it. And here's the Tommy Hilfiger blanket on the sofa. Reza's very materialistic, and Adam appears not to be. Again, Adam is now talking about, we've got to get a house, darling, and Reza's like, okay, well, we're going to sell this particular house, and that's an escrow for $80,000, and when we sell the other house, that'll be another $400,000. And basically Reza is, he's a queen bee of the household. He is the one, I believe, who brings in handling the most finances. He makes a shady comment about Adam not really contributing to this and that. He is basically wanting his own baby. He's moved past the place of adoption or fostering, and he wants his own surrogate baby. Well, they were already told by the doctor that that is going to run them anywhere between $125,000 to basically $200,000 to, you know, have a baby. So Reza asks Adam, you know, how much do you have to give to this? And Adam's like, I got 50,000. And Reza's like, man, that's pennies compared to what, you know, it is we need. You know, you want all these things and you're not really bringing anything to the table. But in the meantime, we see the kitten run up on the sofa, and, you know, Reza gets irritated about it. And Adam says, it's just a material thing. But you know what? The thing about it is, if you let the kitten run up on that and that gets torn up, then the next thing you know, the kitten is running up on something else, and then that gets torn up, and then the next thing, you know, and so at the end of the day, your house is going to be sitting up there looking like a raggedy a cat scratch board, and nobody wants that. You know, you have to make sure that your pets, whether they be a cat, a gerbil, a dog, or whatever it is, does not tear up your stuff. It's not just material things. It's not. It's all about discipline and order. You have to make sure that, you know, you keep your things nice. So I was kind of feeling Reza on that, and I was not feeling Adam on it at all. Like, at all. Because are you going to replace it? You going to put it back in there? You worried about having a baby. Anyway, they sit up there, and you know, Adam feels disrespected by Reza because Reza makes, you know, against some shady comments. But Adam, you knew what you were getting into. Adam, you know, Reza gets mad and he uses the D word. Or to Adam, he seems like he's used the D word, because Reza's like, you know, basically, ain't nobody wanting to have no baby by you. You know what I'm saying? And Adam feels disrespected. He feels that Reza talks down to him. Well, Reza's been doing that since you all were dating. But you remember when Reza, you know, had the first initial engagement and he called that off, and him and his friends flew out there anyway. So all of this stuff reminds Adam of what has happened in the relationship between the two of them, and he doesn't like to be talked to and treated this way. But the thing about it is, you cannot expect anything different from Reza, because you know what, at the end of the day, when a person shows you who they are, you have to absolutely believe them. And Reza on multiple occasions have shown you who he is. He is a bossy queen, and he is going to boss you around and everybody else. And then when he doesn't get his way with that, then he is going to, you know, make comments that are shady and that are degrading. That is who you are married to. Nothing's going to change. But anyway, you know, he leaves out of the room because he's upset about it, and Reza's like, you know, deuces, I mean, bye, whatever. It is what it is with Reza. It just is what it is with Reza. Next thing we see is Reza and Adam, and they go and visit Asa. As we all know, Asa is pregnant. She's 35 weeks and she's on bed rest. And they go upstairs and she's laying in the bed. Now, see, what I did not understand is why Asa did not have a headboard, a dresser, a night table, like nothing in there. Like, she just looked like she was living in, like, you know, I don't know, she was roughing it. I had no understanding on Asa's room. The pillows look dingy, the walls look dingy, like everything just looked dingy. She talks about how, you know, she can't really move around, she's tired and all that kind of stuff. And I know that when you were carrying a baby, you absolutely are tired. And so I understand that, but she makes excuses about why she won't be coming to the winter ball, because basically Mike and MJ are basically tired of all of the excuses and stuff she uses. We see her at a baby shop with LaToya Jackson, and talking about how People magazine had reached out to her to do an interview with Jermaine, and he was like, hell to the nah, to the nah. And they begin to talk about how everybody was shy. And it's just amazing to me now that because she is pregnant and carrying a baby, that now she wants to associate herself so closely with the Jacksons. But the thing about it is, Michael Jackson, God rest his soul, he's gone, and the rest of the Jacksons, nobody's checking for them. She goes on to say, I want to be part of that family. If you go to the farthermost ends of the earth, people know who Michael Jackson is, yeah, but they don't know who Jermaine Jr. is. I mean, if I saw him on the street, I wouldn't know who the hell he was. But well, for her, this is, something that, that it's a really big deal to her to be associated with that family. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's not going to put any more money in your pocket because you are associated with Jermaine Jackson Jr. But anyway, LaToya's there, and they, looking at boy stuff, and she goes on to say that the doctor told her not to look for infant clothing because the baby is really big. Okay. Next thing we know, we see the Shahs. They're all coming to the winter party, and it's decorated very pretty. It's outside. It's a terrace party, and I think it looks really nice. And at this point, we have all the parents coming in and the friends and everything, and they're gathered. And I can't imagine spending Christmas without snow, without cold, without a coat. And it's amazing to see how other people celebrate the holidays on the other side of the United States. It's really beautiful. I can't imagine it, but you know what? I think I might try it. I think I have a friend that I might be trying to see during the cold months and see how it is, because it was very interesting that they had snow coming down outside, artificial snow. And so I thought it was just, really different. And anyway, Mike's mom is there, Miss Vida, all the parents is there, and they're having a conversation, and Gigi pulls Mike's mom to the side and goes into a dialogue about, Jessica, and trying to get the mom to understand that, Mike is still in love with her, and that she has sent a letter. And the mother was like, okay, she heard my son. I don't care how many emails, letters, I don't care what she sent, boo. I don't have no love for her. Gigi, the thing about it is you cannot be influenced by everything that Reza says. Reza is a messy queen that somehow finds himself backing out of everything. And unless you want to not have any friends again, you really need to pump your brake about who you let influence you. As soon as the mother came through the door, Reza was like, Mike, mother here, Gigi, you want to get on that. You got gassed around and all kinds of stuff going on. And why you would take the time to even entertain that for Reza, I ain't had no understanding about it. But anyway, Mike comes over in the middle of the conversation and was like, what y'all talking about? And, because he's mad, he's trying to ear hustle as much as possible. He know that this is about him. And so the mother, when he comes over, the mother was like, everything cool, everything copacetic. And so, Mike leaves, and the mother was like, look, Gigi, I don't care nothing about this girl. She hurt my son. I did everything for her. I took her to the doctor, did, different things for her. And then when something happened, like, adultery, she wants to leave. I guess the mom basically was saying, my husband has committed adultery multiple times, and you see I ain't gone nowhere. But you know what? That ain't always good for everybody. I'd have rolled a bottle on him too. Sure would have. But anyway, after the conversation, Gigi's like, you know, come on, let me get you some food. Mike immediately goes to his mother and was like, what she was talking to you about, Mom? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, basically don't no fruit come out of that. So he goes to Gigi and was like, Gigi, what you say to my mother? So Gigi begins to tell him a little bit, you know, but she's like, you know, you got an attitude. Well, I would have an attitude too. Mike was basically like, you know, my mother came here like all the other parents. She just wants to enjoy herself. She doesn't want to sit up here and go through this, you know, rigmarole and all this kind of stuff with Gigi. So anyway, make a long story short, she blames Reza. You need to talk to Reza. What, you scared? You scared to talk to Reza? Reza the one put me up to it. But you're the one that did it. So anyway, then they go to Reza and, you know, there's a screaming match. And Mike's like, you know, mind y'all business. What goes on between me and, you know, Jessica, my mother, whatever, whatever, woo, woo, woo. You know, that's our business and all that kind of stuff. And he walks away. And Reza was like, you know, okay. But Reza goes back and he tells Mike, look, you know, I basically know that you were in love with Jessica, and what ended up happening was Jessica sent the email to your mother, and Mike's whole face changed. Like, Mike's whole face dropped. Then he went and confronted his own mom and was like, Mom, I love you and I respect you. I always want to make you proud. But what happens with me and Jessica, or who I choose to love, I need your support. And the mom realized, okay, I'm going to support you, son. I thought that was a good, happy ending to that particular conversation. And then we see Gigi, you know, wrapping things up and basically saying, you know, hey, I'm engaged. I got a 6-carat ring on my finger. Okay. She's doing that all night long. In the meantime, we see, you know, Adam and Reza making up, because what happened was earlier in the episode, they had all went over to MJ's house to meet, to ride over together to the winter ball. And Adam was having a conversation with Reza and crying on the sofa. Adam didn't want to have the conversation, but Reza did. And Reza was like, you know, you down, and he was just trying to explain to him. But again, as I said many times before, when a woman cries, and Adam, you know, basically is a woman in the relationship, a man cannot interpret tears. And so Reza could not interpret what Adam was saying, because what he really needed him to do was just to man up and just say how he felt. And so Gigi, you know, Mike walked in. Gigi's apartment is, you know, remodeled. It looks really nice. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, but it looks really nice. And they all walk into this, and they just continue the conversation. So when they get back and they're at the party, you know, MJ comes to Adam and she's like, look, I want y'all to, you know, make up. You can't go into the new year with this on you. And so basically he tells Reza, when you say the things that you say, it makes me feel like you want to get a divorce. And he's like, that's not what I'm trying to communicate to you. When I get angry, I am shadier than I usually am when I'm not angry. And I say things that I don't mean. Because, you know, basically when Reza called him a chicken and all that kind of stuff, I didn't see why Adam had gotten so upset. But I guess after you deal with it over and over, day in and day out, I guess, you know, it gets offensive. But anyway, they made up. They kissed and they made up and they danced. And then, of course, you know, they close out the night again with Gigi, letting everybody know that she's engaged. At the end of the episode, we see that 1 month later, they show a clip of Gigi marrying Shalom. And then 2 months later, they are getting the wedding annulled. So that is it for my review of the Shahs of Some Mess. And Dr. Lovey, of course, you know that this video is made with you in mind. I thank you all so much for being here. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Auntie loves you. And don't forget that tomorrow I will be out doing a live night and chat and nightcap with you, and we will be reading your comments. Get ready, get ready, get ready, because I got a feeling it's going to be one bumpy ride. Love you all to death. No, I love you all to life.